Well, my name is Edward Hagler. I'm a master's student at North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
And you are?
Brandeis Marshall, computer science PhD. I'm now assistant professor at Purdue, computer and information technology.
All right, what kind of research are you involved in?
My research is kind of broad. Information retrieval is the basic area of research. I also work with rank aggregation methods, so essentially how search engines merge results. Okay. So Google, Yahoo, MSN, who knows, maybe I'll do something with Twitter, and how they merge results and bring information back to the user. So that's my main focus of research.
So what got you interested in computer science?
Computer science started when I was 12. My dad got a Gateway 2000, back in the day when Gateways were really cheap. Got the Gateway, put it on, in the basement. My dad was all concerned about how all the different parts and pieces fit in the computer, getting the CD drive in, etc. I was more interested in the icons and how the icons got on the screen, how when you type something it shows up on the screen. So that's how I got interested and started kind of teaching myself C++ as a high school student. I just took a book, Deedle and tried to go through it on my own because no one at my high school had any computer science background. So I just sort of taught myself a little bit for a semester and then went to college and continued.
So what college did you attend?
University of Rochester.
Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of activities were you involved in computer science department there?
Activities, studying.
Well, like ACM?
No ACM, no NSB. I was doing all the studying because at the time, University of Rochester had a graduate program, and my class was, I call it, we were the guinea pigs. We were the first class of the undergraduate curriculum. So there was quite a bit of work because they didn't know how to match the graduate program and base it down to an undergrad program. Okay. So there was a lot of work and a lot of weeding out. So
in high school, did you have like a lot of interaction with computers?
Every day. There actually was a computer lab. I went to a private school for girls. So we had a computer lab. A lot of people had computers, of course, in their offices and whatnot. So I always interacted with computers, and plus I had one at home. So I was on AOL and internet and things like that when I was in high school.
Okay, so what other, besides your research, what other hobbies do you have?
I have a number of hobbies. I love watching movies. I knit. So a lot of my friends have had kids, so I'm knitting baby blankets now. I love to cook and bake, roller skate, just walk. Sometimes I just like walking the campus just to kind of clear my head. It's kind of a nice exercise. Yeah, listen to music. I'm a big music fan, all types of music. Indian pop, classical music, hip-hop, gospel, so I listen to all types of music as well.
So you don't feel there's like a stereotype on a computer scientist at all?
Not at all. It could be anybody, any walk of life. It could be someone who is blind. I've known several blind computer scientists because they work a lot with human-computer interaction in order to help themselves. It could be someone in a wheelchair learning how to, they can't write, their name and whatnot. I've had students that I, TA'd classes and they couldn't write, so they had to interface with me or with the material different ways. So any walk of life, any type of person.
So it's anybody?
Anybody can do it. Like everyone's on Facebook. Anyone can be a computer scientist.
All right. Well, what would you find the most challenging part of being a computer scientist?
The most challenging part, as a student, since I'm answering two ways. As a student, the challenging part is trying to relate the concepts to the programming. Because sometimes you understand the concepts of how everything should work, but the programming iterations take you much longer. So you might learn a data structure, but then you don't know how to do it on a computer. Now that I'm on the other side, I'm a professor, the difficult part for me is to disseminate the knowledge in the way that's interesting to students. So I understand the concepts thoroughly, but sometimes as students I need to explain it in 3 different ways because there's different types of students. There's some students like all the theory, some students just want to see the visual, and there's some students that need a combination. So when I present material in a class, it becomes difficult because I have to try to do it in 3 different ways, but you only have 50 minutes. So getting all of that which way disseminated to students is difficult. So that's what I find difficult in order for, for students, on the student side of things.
Well, where do you see computers in 5 to 10 years now in your research?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Where I think they will be is there will be free internet everywhere. So people can talk to each other and interface with products simultaneously in real time. So instead of going to a grocery store and having to wait in line, it'll automatically start tallying the products as you pass them. That's what I think. I also think the internet, because we already have Blackberries. Almost everyone has a Blackberry, and you have connections to your bank account and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's something that's going to happen within 5 or 10 years. In my discipline, since I'm in information retrieval, I think there will be a lot more cyber crimes. Is something that's not spoken about. The bad side of computing.
Yeah.
I think that's going to increase quite a bit, and hopefully at a national level, the public policy and government will start looking more into cyber crimes because of all the information floating around.
Yes,
there's going to be people who are very intelligent, who do know how to hack systems, and will use that to their benefit. So people's bank accounts, all their communications are going to be in jeopardy. And there's not enough barriers at this point in order to do that. So I think that's going to be where we're moving toward, is how to protect people as well.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too.